Okay, good afternoon, everyone.
Good evening, sir.
Sir,
Okay, we go to the chapter 12 in with object-oriented. The same author, Alan Dennis, but with object-oriented. And we go to chapter 12. This is about the construction, installation, and operation. I think this is easy for industrial engineering because this is related to the implementation hardware and also testing. Maybe from this week, I will give some simple tasks every session. It's easy. You only write what the instruction, according to the instruction. Okay, I hope you already understand from the beginning. At least you understand the SDLC from planning, analysis, design, and then testing and implementation. So in this book, testing and implementation in merged into one part, one part. The objective for this week is to familiar with the process of construction. In the implementation, it is not as easy as in the book, but there is a lot of environment that influence the success of the new system or proposed system. Then understand the different types of tests. We will discuss this, and then when to use them. Not all tests should be done. Maybe only one or two that important for the user or according to the rule of the organization. And then understand how to develop documentation. It's similar with the report of the final task or skripsi or mini thesis. Construction is the development on all part of the system. If you see the software, it relates to a lot of division. There is an analyst, system analyst, and programmer, project manager, also stakeholder, user or captain, or the someone give the money to the manager. Programming is the largest but risky part of the system development. So, but currently the program is already standardized, standardization. And then project value is not usually due to programming. So if the system is not work or there is some bug, it's not only the programmer but also usually analyze, design, and installation is also have to responsible for the failure of the project. For programming, maybe it's easy to fix, but if there is a mistake in analysis, it is the big problem because we have to back again to the first step, yeah, because after analysis and then go to the design and then programming. So analysis and design should be correct, yeah. Most organization devote more time to testing, evaluation than programming. So but currently there is some tools, yeah, automatic testing is usually tester and programmer is in the one division, yeah, the same division, yeah. For example, this is the some competencies for software quality control tester. You see, if there is the competency, there is usually some framework. This is usually for the analysis, yeah, scope and also process, quality assurance, risk, resource integrity, quality assurance, security testing. This is the automatic, using the automatically test tools, yeah, for testing. Also or manually, yeah. So you have to have the competency to test manually or automatically for the software quality control tester. So the testing and evaluation, it is more need more time, yeah, than programming. And also if you see in the internet on Google, you can search that in the future programmer is disrupt, yeah, because the programming today is different with the 10 or 20 years ago. They're typing, coding, but currently the programming is using the choosing the framework. We just, if you see the website, for example, this is the website for LAN, ya, LAN system. So usually the website is similar, ya. If you see there is a here and then in the middle, for example, President University. Usually there is here and then there is a lockout here. It is similar, yeah, because they have the same template or framework. So this is the problem for programmer. So the programmer should have the ability not only programming but also analyzing or testing and implementation. So the programmer should understand not only program but also have the ability to communicate with the user and also communicate with the physically, yeah, in the location. This is, and then we next to the managing programming, and project manager must. So this is the important, because if the project manager do not have capability to give the task, usually there is some module that not run in time, because there is some coupling or cohesion from another other modules. There is a relation. If one module have not finished yet and the other module still waiting, so the deadline will be problem if the manager do not give the proper task. Activity coordination, manage the schedule. Maybe we can use some tools, Microsoft Project or Primavera, and etc. to manage the project. And also coordinating the activities. Every week should be meet, but we have difficulty in pandemic. We will meet online, so maybe some group WhatsApp maybe is maybe important to coordinate using the social media. And then we should divide resource into development, testing, and production, implement change control measure, and etc. So the scheduling is an important part. Usually we have divide project into some difficult, easy, and can be done fast or need more time, etc. So we need maybe some attention to the sensitive or sensitive module. For example, this is the sistem informasi forest boundary. This is a important one because you need what is meant the mapping. Mapping, this is difficult because they need to mapping similar with this site using the map and also using the database. So you can set a test by your own this web. This is still in progress, I think, because there is some land that not be. For example, I click this area, you see this hak guna bangunan, or what is in English. There is a hak milik and hak guna bangunan, kind of certificate in Indonesia. For example, this is maybe the house, Berlin, or this is hak guna bangunan. And etc. I will give you the task to test this and then give some simple resume. So we have to give attention to risk. This assessment can help predict the problem or mitigasi. Evaluate their likelihood, evaluate their impact, and etc. And also the cultural issues. This is also something that makes the project difficult, especially in Indonesia. Cultural conflicts and also the person's ability. There is some type people to consider the deadlines. Usually there is some that work late or someone that like to from beginning, etc. So other issues, power distance, uncertainty, avoidance, masculinity, femininity, and also long-term and short-term orientation. Okay, we continue to design the test. In this chapter, we see this is the designing test. You can read this. Because this is the object oriented, so maybe there is some term from the object that should be understand. But of course, if you don't understand, it's maybe we just see the easy polymorphism, inheritance, reuse. This is the object-oriented terms. Also, object-oriented development process, test planning. This is how we create the test. For object-oriented, usually test is in class, in the class, and then class diagram, class model using the card, CRC card. This is the every class we have to check the integrity and etc. The responsibility. This is how to calculate subtotal, tax, shipping, etc. We have to check whether they give the right result or not. And so until the round atau pembulatan ya, round, this is the some important issues ya, because there is some problem in maybe 20 years ago that some programmer round more than some digit, so every transaction there is some dollar, maybe a cent that not because the result di round atau dibulatkan, so there is some selisih, some selisih. Kemudian then who is the owner of this money, so in US and then the programmer is arrested because he or she have responsibility to keep this calculation. So this is also important for the programmer to ensure that the calculation is correct. And also if there is some round pembulatan, there should be have some berita acara atau apa ya, atas hitam di atas putih, or some legal letter. There is 4 step of testing. Unit test. This is from small to the wide, from small to the big. Unit testing, integration testing, system testing, and acceptance testing. Maybe for the industrial engineer, maybe we use this acceptance test for task for the assignment. Testing and object orientation. So object orientation means that if you see last week, we discussed the normalization. This is the non-object. So object oriented is non-object, but there is some additional. For example, the method. For example, student data, student table. In student table should be there is some method. For example, insert, update, delete, or propose the KRS, or registering and etc. Class registration and etc. And also this is the specific for the object encapsulation or information hiding. So in object oriented, this is the for the safety maybe, for which is the class. For example, student, there is a ID, name, and also this is the function or operation method. For example, add, delete. This is inside the class. This is the object. So if we have some form or menu, for example, to add student, for example, this is the name, this is address, and etc. We have to encapsulate this class. So this cannot directly update this in object oriented. This is not allowed because we have to use not add here but using here, and then we add here. For example, delete do not add directly from SQL to here, but using this method, and then we delete this ID and name and etc. So it's encapsulation. So encapsulation means that this class is protected from outside. There's a dangerous hacking. SQL injection is the very famous hacking tool, SQL injection, because they can directly inject the data. With object oriented, SQL injection is not work because they use this, and there is also not only addition but maybe some checking for the security for this, whether this is already the staff user appropriate user to change the student, to delete the student or not, because every hacker can use this and then delete the student is maybe dangerous, change the GPA, change the KRS, and etc. is dangerous. Another maybe you can read this polymorphism, inheritance, reuse, object-oriented development process. Inheritance is mean that maybe there is some student and then student have the child. This is warisan, inheritance. I don't know in Presiden University there is inheritance or not. Reuse is the use. So because this is encapsulation, we can reuse this class for another module. We can only reuse because if we copy paste to another place, we do not need to code again this. If we use this and the only table, if we copy to another, we also some make modification in this. But for the encapsulation, we can easily reuse the using again this or copy paste to another module, and then we do not need to. Of course, there is some little modification, but not too big modification in this here. Then we have to test planning. The test planning it should be discussion with the user organization that the software to be implemented, because for example in government this is from the ATR BPN, so there is some rule in organization, and then there is some other tests aside this this test. Yeah. There is a lot of another tests. For example, for security, what is mean? Stress test, and then penetration test. Yeah, this is the usually for government because we have to install the database inside the government building, and government building this is the need security because Indonesia currently implemented the one data policy. So data is sent in one data center. Yeah. For example, for the land database, only one department that have the responsibility and have only the apa ya, one department has only one data. Ya. For example, if the tax department want to see the lecturer data, so the tax department do not need to create the data for the tax person, but we for the lecturer, yeah, we only collect from the Kemendikbud or education department. Yeah. So the tax department do not allow to create the database about the lecturer. They only retrieve from the educational department. Yeah. And in the educational department, maybe there is some high university or higher education or the high school. Yeah. Okay, this is the first test. We call it the unit test. Unit test is focused on a single class. So, for example, I have the student class, Presiden University. For example, there is a student class. There is an ID, name, GPA, lecturer, dosen wali, or the status, and etc. And then there is some method, for example, add, insert, delete, propose the or need approval for KRS or for propose the class, and etc. So this will be tested. For example, we add new student and then success. So this is okay, and we try to delete and then we check, okay, deleted, and etc. This is a focus a single class. This is unit test, and there is two method. This is you have to know black box and white box testing. So after you have studied the analysis and design, you have to understand first SDLC, software system development life cycle, software development life cycle. So you have to understand, and then you in testing you have to understand only two famous testing, black box and white box. So it is the easy to remember. Black box is mean that we cannot see, we do not need to see the inside of the program. We only focus on the result. So this is the black box testing. And for example, this is the student class. Okay, we add the new student, and then we check in the database there is a new student already inside the table. This is okay. And then we checklist It is okay for add, and then we go to the delete, insert, update, and another function for student, maybe some new method. For example, in pandemic there is a propose to online of offline approval, yeah, and maybe there's some in additional next should be tested, yeah. And this is the difficult one is white box testing. A white box is do not only see the result but also see the inside the program, yeah. Usually if there is some branch, for example, if then you have to check the code, yeah, for if for example in transaction, selling, for example, maybe there is a discount if the total buy the greater than 1 million, there is a discount 10%, for example. In this case you have to not only using the black book test, but you have to need to understand, yeah. Okay, maybe for the buying below the 1 million it's okay, there is no discount. But if we see the code, there is a if then and there is a branch, so we have to check two condition, yeah. Below 1 million, and then we check again to greater than 1 million, and then we check if there is a discount or not. This is for white box testing is more difficult from black box testing, but of course if we read the requirement, we can also replace this white box testing using the black box testing, but we have to consider the brands, yeah. If there is a if then, so for black box testing you have to understand also the requirement, and then we continue to integration test. This is the continuation from the unit test. Set of class that must work together, usually this is in a need more than one class. For example, a student propose the class course, propose the course, so we need the student class and also course classes, and maybe also the lecturer, who teach the course. There is 3 classes, and then we of course we need to check first the unit test for the lecturer class, and also for course classes. And then if the student want to propose the course, we have to check using the integration test, because we need a lot of more than one class. Or for the non-object oriented program, not more than one process, or one module. Remember, module is non-object. In the object oriented, we don't call this module, because this is object oriented. Maybe we call it the object, class. In the class there is a process. This is the process that's similar to module, and this is the module. If you do not use this, you can use the module, and then every change the module should be changed. But for the object, every this change, this is only for interface and give the only for the call, just call it, and then they check the security for this, and then do the edit changing according to this field. there is a four common approach: user interface, use case, interaction, and interface. And usually this is for interface, because interface is this is interface here. Maybe for KRS, needed another lecturer here, and also maybe the room need a lot of more than one class, so we focus in the UE here, maybe user interface, or maybe based on use case. What is use case? Use case is, you can read again this is the use case. Maybe we focus on every use case here. For example, this is the use case diagram for dashboard, and then we have to check every use case here. For example, read a map in 3 layer, and every user, first I'll have login to admin, and then check whether this can read this map or run this use case, admin, and etc. You have to check every user rule, and access this and access the second use case, third case, and then the final use case. If every use case has already done well, so the test is stopped, or the system is there is no bug. This is case testing. Also, this is the interaction testing. Interaction testing is this is similar with user interface, but this is more deep, because we can see the insight or there is the then this is the version. Usually there is a interaction diagram here, Also, we can use some computer aided software engineering. For example, the enterprise architect. This is the tools for analyzing or designing, for creating this is the interaction. Where is the interaction? This is the one of diagram in interaction is this is the sequence diagram. For example, this is for withdrawal, ATM. First they insert the card, and then there is a process of card validation, and the card is okay, and they give in the screen the what is the name is the home page, after inserting the pin. For example, to check the saldo, what is the balance. First, after in the screen we see the balance, and then there is a process, and then getting this is the database. Get ID. Sorry. Get ID, and this is the data, and then get the data also, the balance, and then show the result in the screen. The balance. This is we call this the interaction diagram. In interaction diagram there is a another interaction, sequence, communication, and then I'll get one. There is one diagram in UML. Object maybe I'll forget. And then we continue to, if the transaction, for example, this says okay, student propose the course in room and lecturer, and then it's okay, we continue to system test. Similar but in broader in scope. This is the system test, because maybe in academic information management we have to separate between the academic to the administration, for example tata usaha or registration transaction for tuition fee and etc. We separate. So in system test we have to not only academic or administration, but we combine if there is a problem or not in these two separated to process. Why we divide into this scope? Because we have to see the transaction. You see, maybe every day there is a teaching, learning, absent, attendance, and etc. But maybe for administration only in the beginning or maybe in the final, beginning and final. So we have to separate for the most the transaction, because for example the academic is maybe there is some use in for the lecturer or student login, checking the information, etc. And for administration maybe only internal user do using this. So we have to separate it. But of course in the final we have to test both, combination. For example in registration we have to check student registering, and then maybe there is a virtual account to paying the tuition fee, and check in the administration in finance department whether the money is already okay for the also for the bank and etc. This is the system test. And then this is the final acceptance test. This is the after the installation database in the data center, and then the software has been installed in the user location, in user building in the on site, and then the user should be checked every service in the software, according to the rule. For example, the staff financial staff, they will log in and test all of the service for the daily task. For example, creating the report, printing, and etc. And then there is a checklist to legality, and then for the berita acara, there is two kind of testing for acceptance. You see there is alpha testing and beta testing. So for alpha testing, this is the artificial data, do not the real data. But for beta testing, This is the real data, but carefully monitored. So, for example, in the bank, this is week 1, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Saturday, Friday. And then in Friday for banking, usually in system 1, the system 2, new system here. And Friday the IT staff will install in this, and then in Sunday, yes, Sunday and Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday until the Saturday, Sunday, Friday. The teller do transaction twice. This is the real transaction. For example, in the branch, teller is inserting if there is someone withdraw or deposit. And then after close branch or close deal, close branch, they input again this similar in the new system, so maybe they need lembur overtime for this task, because they, and then the next week this is stop, and then if there is a check here, if there is no problem, we have run in the new system. And this is the kind of implementation, because this is dangerous if we directly change from here into the new system, and if there is a problem here, this will not get the close. There is no transaction because the system is have changed in the new system, but there is a problem here. But if we use this direct paralel bersamaan and then if there is a problem here, we check, and there is a problem in new system, so we have to stop here and then continue with old system, and we check again what is the problem here. This is the implementation method. This is the beta testing, real but carefully monitored for errors. And this is the beta testing. And also this is the README or developing documentation. This is also important, because maybe there is a turnover for the employee, for the cashier, teller, or administration staff. But if there is a good documentation, the new employee can easily learn from this README or help documentation, system documentation, or this is for the programmer, analyst, and this is for the user, how to operate the system. This is the type of documentation, the reference, SOP, procedure manuals, and also maybe using the video, a movie. This is tutorials. This is how to structuring. Why documentation is important? Because this will make the user can fastly to avoid there is two kind error, slip and error. Slip maybe some mistake in typing, but error is because the user do not understand how to use it. Also navigation, for example, file open. Usually, this is using the conventional, or maybe using the searching. For example, I have to convert from Windows 10 to Windows 11. So I have difficult in, because usually I type here, but now in Windows 11 we use here, and then I don't know how to searching the application, so we can easily use this here. For example, here we do not need to exact location, but we can run this. Okay, this is the end of the slide. We have the discuss about managing programming, designing tests, and also documentation. Okay, I think enough for this session, and we start the capturing the attendance. So actually for the education, the interaction, so there is a proper interaction in the online learning. I hope we will next semester we have already offline, so we can discuss. There is an interaction for lecturer and the student, to get the good teaching and learning. There is 28 students attend this meeting. Good, thank you very much for your attention. Assalamualaikum, good evening.
Waalaikumsalam.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, Pak. Thank you, Pak Rahmat.
Thank you, sir.